Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory career mode. I hope you are doing fantastic. We've got 4 games coming your way today, including 2 tricky away tests against Fulham and against Swansea, which will be live for you to enjoy later on. So sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy the action that's coming your way today. Starting with Barnsley, and then we go to Huddersfield as the 2 post-com matches. Now, as you know, we're back to legendary difficulty. We've got some slider settings activated for anybody wondering. Here they are. We do actually make a couple of changes. I've got the pass error on the CPU side down to 5 and the first touch control error down to 15. So in doing that, we essentially make the AI that bit better whilst keeping ours, of course, all on 50. And I think I found the right balance. I'm not winning every game. I'm not having it my way every time. The games are very close. And usually there's 1 or 2 goals that separate the sides. That's what I'm finding, at least for now. So into game against Barnsley, there is a new issue with career mode now. When you go into the team selection screen like this, and see where the players are playing, it comes up with undefined. So hence why I didn't show you where the players who are starting the game are actually playing in terms of positioning. But it was Barnsley who started the video off with the goals today, coming from an error from us, in fairness. We should have done better with it. I tried to be a little bit too intricate and play our way out of defence. We've been caught out a couple of times doing that, and they made no mistake with the finish. So we were 1-0 down in the game, and we looked for a response. It came through Anwar El Ghazi, but he could only find the crossbar with his effort. Into the second half, we needed to find this equalising goal. El Ghazi again involved, this time finding Lopez, who actually could have gone down under the challenge, chose to stay on his feet, and laid the ball across for Bukayo Saka to smash home the equalising goal with just over half an hour left on the clock. So there's time for one of the 2 teams to find the winner, and I thought it was going to be us when Saka, look at that, as he sent it in, and Lopez, if he just was a little bit taller, a little bit longer legs, might have got there, and then the shot came in, unbelievable stop from the goalkeeper, before a cross in from the wide area from Facer, found the head of Solano, but he couldn't hit the target. So we put immense pressure on them there, didn't find the breakthrough. And then 5 minutes to go, ball through, hint of offside there, but we let the play go. We should have done a lot better with a defensive header out from the back. Facer involved for that one. Heads it straight down, no mistake at the finish. First time as well, quick reactions from the Barnsley player as he tapped it in the bottom corner. And not only have we not got a point from the game, it looked like we were heading to a defeat. And that is, my friends, how it finished. But we had one last chance. Lopez set through Adams. It's not the man you want in the position, though, to be able to find the finish. You want Lopez, you want Solano, these type of players who we know will hit the back of the net. Unfortunately, it was Adams who had the chance. He's so good in every sort of other area of his game, Adams, and he's been with us since the very start. And I've got to say, I didn't expect him to still be at the club, but the fact he is just shows how good he could be. But in front of goal, you know, in that scenario, it's just the wrong person to have. Lopez needed to be there, or Solano, as we said. Maybe even El Ghazi, although El Ghazi's not impressed me recently with the finishing aspect to his game, and that's surprising to say, as he is our club record signing. So hopefully that changes. But defeating our first game then meant we needed a response in the second. And we got it through Christian Solano. He found himself in a bit of space inside the Huddersfield penalty area and slotted it past the goalkeeper to give us the lead. And the games that we had today, you know, Barnsley, they were in the bottom 3. I felt that was going to be our easiest, I guess, chance at 3 points. We lost that one. Huddersfield down the bottom end of the table as well. Again, another team you'd expect us to beat in this scenario. But Mbenza here ran past 2 or 3 players before slotting home to give them an equalising goal. Were we about to throw away some more points? And when you've got Fulham and Swansea coming up, away from home, you're not likely to get much out of those games. So you need to take these points when you can. And Bukayo Saka here, right-hand side, pulled it back to the ever-reliable Diego Lopez for him to do the rest, to restore our advantage. And my friends, when Lopez scores a goal to put you in front, you can't lose the game. It's just written in the script. And yeah, that was the way the game would end then. So defeating our first game, victory in our second. Be interesting to see what the final 2 games bring for us then, as we have them both live. Fulham followed by Swansea. So Up first is the trip to Craven Cottage. I decided to introduce the game as post-con, but it will be live for you. Here are the two sides on the screen. Fulham's, as you can see there. Mitrovic still at the club. Tom Kearney as well captains the side. They've got some very, very good players. For us, though, that is the 11 that we had named. Let's see what is in store for the game itself, though. Christie's ball into our penalty area. Ribeiro there hasn't done well, and it's come back off of the uprights and stayed out, thankfully. Fulham's hopes of a Premier League return have started off well this season, and they could have easily been 1-0 in front there. And what has just happened as the ball has somehow ricocheted through for Solano? We've had no highlights in this opening 40 minutes, and two have come along in the space of minutes. 3 minutes to go until half-time, and this game has now just turned into life all of a sudden. And I will say as well, this Fulham side are in pretty good form. So if we could take a point here at Craven Cottage, I would not shy away from that. That would be a good result for us, all things considered. I expect them to be up the top of the table come the end of the season. A minute to go until half-time, and if we could get in, that would be a decent first half. But Mitrovic on the turn, driving forward. Curtis Jones battles for possession and wins it back. And that, my friends, is the end of the first half. Nothing going on until the back end of it. As you were for the second half, as Lacerda inside Fulham's penalty area has rifled it in the top right. And we've taken an unlikely lead at Craven Cottage. It is a tremendous effort from Lacerda, a player that he's been getting into these positions recently and actually taking his chances. When we initially signed him and he had that breakout year last season, I did not think Lacerda was going to be one to pop up with goals for us. I thought he's an exceptional box-to-box midfielder type player, but what he does well is he breaks up attacks and is able to play the ball off to the other players around him. But this season, he's popped up with a few of those goals, and now maybe, forget about popping it off to the rest of your teammates, take those shots on, as Lacerda has scored the opening goal here, and I think that's literally the third shot of the game. One apiece up until that Lacerda effort, and you've got to take your chances when they come your way. And that's what Lacerda's done there. What is the response going to be from Fulham, though? That's the question, as Mitrovic holds off Lacerda here and plays it out to this right-hand side for Karamoa. Up against Fiesa. He wins himself a corner. Mitrovic and Seri combine really well. And Mitrovic narrowly misses that bottom corner. There was an advantage played there as well. I thought the referee might have pulled it back for it. Look how close Mitrovic is to an equalising goal for Fulham. Just under 60 minutes played here, half an hour to go. No changes yet from us, although I am considering maybe making a couple in the near future. Curtis Jones had an okay game here. He's running a little bit empty on the stamina side of things, so Adams could come on in his place. Lopez here, he's had a quiet game by all accounts too, trying to feed that ball off as there's not a free kick given. I thought maybe we'd get one there for that, but the referee says no. Fulham come forward again with Mendy, and I am now thinking about those changes as Facer will win that flick down, but caught out in possession here. Ball through, and that should be Joe Hart's. He comes out to collect it, and let's go ahead and make those changes then. So, Curtis Jones will come off, and we're going to bring on Cole Parney in his place. Alongside that, I know I said his time at the club was over. In fact, no, wait. I'm going to bring on Chong instead. I was going to bring off Solano and bring Gerhard back on, but nah. We're going to put El Ghazi up front, and Chong comes on the left-hand side. Two changes coming through. Karamoa's cross near post. Mitrovic heads it straight into Joe Hart, and he will catch that gladly. The changes we made have still yet to come through because the ball has not left the field of play. Fiesa, what a ball that is, or Facer, as he's also known. And El Ghazi here, I mean, he's got the pace to get there, but not quite able to beat Christie, who muscles him off the ball. But every time we do that, that is minutes taken away. And it's minutes less that Fulham can use for a way back into this game. 3 left on the clock as Christie in possession. The changes still haven't been made. The ball needs to leave the field before they will come through, and it doesn't look like we're even going to be able to get those substitutes on. I'm not complaining, though, if it means we win the game by a goal to nil. Mendy, lovely control, off towards Christie, and that looks... No, there's still 2 minutes. I was going to say that looks like it is the end of the game, but there's still a chance here as Mitrovic trying to find something. Karamoa forced backwards. Last few seconds, a hopeful cross. Deflected. Lacerda can't win it. Mitrovic does, and that is it, referee. Blow your whistle. Andrew Issa in possession. Off to Mendy. Mendy's touch. Dispossessed by Jose Antonio. And there is full time. From Craven Cottage, Fulham 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. We've got the victory, as slender as it is. We don't care. The goal from Riera, enough to win us the game. But honestly, there was nothing to separate the sides. That should have easily been, or should have been, not easily, a 0-0 draw in my opinion. You just got to get that one moment of quality to win it, and that's what we found. Following the Fulham game, we had Birmingham at home. I decided to sim it. I felt we were going to get the win in this one. A 3-0 victory. Goals from Jones, Saka, and El Ghazi enough to win the game. But there was a surprise email came through after that. West Brom had offered us the job to take over at the Hawthorns. I decided to go ahead and reject that because our mission is to get Forest Green into the Champions League. But it was a decent offer, especially when they were top of the league. If this was like a journeyman save, I probably would have gone. They've got a good enough side to get themselves back to the Premier League. So, yeah, it was a decent offer. I appreciate it, but we remain at Forest Green. So, Swansea City, the final game of the day. I leave you in the capable hands of myself for the live commentary. Enjoy it. Exceptional work by Mitchell as he drives into the penalty area and finds El Ghazi. It's off the bar. It's fallen down. And El Ghazi will get the tap in. But it should have been finished the first time of asking. Exceptional work down the right-hand side of Mitchell, by the way. He steals possession back just past the halfway line and just drove into the space down the line and eventually put the cross in. El Ghazi kind of just let it bounce off his head onto the crossbar, then hit him again, and then I don't know what happened with Swansea. They should have tried to clear it. Fell straight back to El Ghazi, and he makes no mistake on the second time of asking. And our last away day, of course, is that 1-0 victory against Fulham. 10 seconds left of the first half as Swansea send the ball down this right wing. Asoro will pick it up. Needs to put the cross in now, and he does. It's a phenomenal delivery. Mitchell gets a touch, and the header comes in still from Danda, and it's wide. Joe Hart was beaten. He didn't have that covered. I thought it was going to trickle into our bottom corner, but thankfully it was off target in the end, but we should have dealt with better with that. I mean, I think Mitchell gets the initial block off, and then after that, we've got to win the second header. And we're fortunate, really, to be going into the break at 1-0 in front. Swansea with men behind the ball right now. Lovely touch from Lopez into the penalty area, finding Solano! And how has he not scored? How has he not finished that? It should be 2-0 Forest Green, and the point should be wrapped up here. You've got to hit the target, mate. You have to hit the target. He's got 9 goals to his name in the Championship, Christian Solano, but should have had his 10th there. Cullen into the feet of Asoro, and it's an unbelievable goal to draw Swansea level. What a strike! I did not expect that to hit the back of the net. And out of all the players who we have to actually have a little bit of a go at, it's Diego Lopez, because he was the one who lost the ball to end up setting this. There he is, on the ball now, lost it, and then one pass later, Asoro lets fly, and Joe Hart can't make the save. Incredible effort. It's a goal worthy of drawing level, but you look at the chance we had moments before this with Christian Solano. Score that, we're 2-0. Any sort of confidence and hopes that Swansea have left have been essentially ended, but that didn't go in. It was all just one goal they needed. They've now got that, and all of a sudden, they're in this game and could, even if they score again, take the 3 points. And it all stemmed from usually so reliable Diego Lopez, who gave the ball away. Lovely touch by Solano here as he goes into the penalty area, looking for the cutback, and it's cleared away. 20 minutes to go. Thought this was going to be a guaranteed victory in this one. Has now not panned out to be the case. Jones, Lopez, can he be the one to make the difference? It's unbelievable feat from him, and he finds the ball through to Jones! And just like that, Forest Green go back in front. Take it all back, Diego. I take it all back. Because it's his quick feet that releases Curtis Jones. And he scores to make it 2-1. Midfielders today have been in the goals for us so far. You love to see it. Last minute of the game as we will see this one out. Riera in possession. Nothing stupid now. Solano out wide towards Saka. Lovely ball. Bukayo Saka, good control as well. Solano in the centre. Kolpani tried to take the touch to let it go. And there is the end of the game. Swansea City 1, Forest Green Rovers 2. We've got away with the victory again on the road. And that is 2 massive away wins. It was Fulham first, who were in second when we played them. And then Swansea here. I'm not sure where Swansea were going into this game, but it's still a difficult place to come. And with the month we've got coming up as well, we've got Leeds United to play against. They're on a bit of a good run recently. Still got West Brom to play. I don't know when we will be facing them. But, yeah, another good win. And we'll see where that puts us in the table. The championship table then to end off today looks like this. West Brom at the top with 44 points. But we are by no means out of the top 2 race just yet. Brentford, 38. We are 3 behind them, down in 6th place. You can see the top, like, I guess, from 6th to 2nd is quite close. We've got a 5-point gap over Bristol City and Leeds at the moment as well, just outside the playoffs. But we'll take it game by game and then see where we finish come the end of the season. And I mentioned our run coming up this month. We have actually got a very, very tough run of games. Leeds are the next team we face. You can see them there. That is on the 14th at home before Brentford away. So, yeah, and then we go to West Brom, which is at home again. So, 3 incredibly difficult games. I will play all 3 of these live for you in the next episode. That is the plan of action. So, that's going to be a crazy, crazy episode, I think, in terms of how the games could go. And then we move into December, where things get slightly easier. We've got Middlesbrough a couple of times, Millwall a couple of times, Preston and Blackburn in there as well. But needless to say, that brings today's video to a close. So a massive thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you as well for all of your support on the channel. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. And I will see you all for the next episode very soon. Until then, adios!